Greetings, guys. Greetings, guys. I hope you are uh, well wherever you are. If you are not, I wish you well. Guys, something that really came to my attention that I really, require to talk about today. If you remember the story of the National Prosecuting Authority, National Prosecuting Authority, NPA, where a prosecutor there who was dealing with a case of Joe Ferrari Sibagnoni. The charges there in that case is extortion and others. So in that extortion case, we can clearly see that the amount is such a big chunk of money, which was amounts to 2.2 million rand. So now the prosecutor there, when he was supposed to appear on Monday to court, he did not pitch, and the magistrate of that court then decided, or the presiding officer in that matter then decided, that they've been waiting for long, and it was always being said that the magistrate, the prosecutor, he is on his way. So it went up to the point where the magistrate decided that no, man, this is unprofessional and disrespectful. So she then decided to call the matter, and when she did, she then found the prosecutor to be guilty of contempt of court, and then warrant of arrest was then issued for the prosecutor. Now, remember, this prosecutor is working for state, and as he is working for state, he belongs to National Prosecuting Authority, which is where he belongs. So what the NPA did after learning that the prosecutor was found guilty, and as he was found guilty, a warrant of arrest was then issued for him. They then decided in that instant to suspend this prosecutor. After suspending this prosecutor, they sent a letter. What was that letter? The letter of suspension. So they did not give or want any views from the prosecutor. They then decided it like that no, it's unethical for you to behave in such a manner. Guys, let's roll back. Here we are seeing a prosecutor who is dedicated, who took up a serious and heavy case to deal with. And then as he took up a serious case to deal with, there are so many things that he did not consider as himself and his family. As we all know what is going on outside there when it comes to extortion, any case of extortion is a serious case. So now, this big one, because we are dealing with amounts of like 2.2 million rand, the prosecutor in the case went on, he played his role as a prosecutor, or like any other prosecutor. He played his role up until to an extent that he seemed to be failing, or he was seen to be failing to make his appearance to court. Most of times, the prosecutors will call the magistrate to come to court. The prosecutors will organize this, will organize that. But on that day, he was forgotten, even by his own. Let's roll this so that you can understand this in a greater picture. This prosecutor is a seasoned prosecutor because they have vast experience. Surely this was not his first case of extortion of such magnitude, but something wrong could have happened. Don't you think that this person's life was in threat? Don't you think that he might have been said, something might have been said to him for him to fail to be in court, for him to fail to be doing his duties? And nothing could have been done. Even with his co-workers, they did not stand in, because remember, the case was already started, the bail was already started. Who started the bail? He started the bail. And he knows the merits of the case. He understands the ups and downs that they went through during the course of this case. So he was fit for him to be there, because he understands the case better. But now, what really happened to this man for him to not make it to court? And there are records, and everything is on the disposal of the court. And what the NPA did after learning that their own did not make it to court, they did not ask him what happened there. When they heard the guilty part, that this person is found guilty of contempt of court, they then jump to the media, saving themselves, saying that no, actually what he did was unethical, unprofessional. They said so many things. And they don't, you see, when people are trying their best to make sure that their name is clean, they will throw you with whatsoever that is in front of them. That's what happened there for that prosecutor. They did not consider the magnitude of the case that this man is dealing with. They did not. And they did not consider that why would he risk his career? Why would he risk his career like that? Who doesn't want to do his job, more especially if a job that, so big? Who wouldn't want to go and do it? Because it's also something that is interesting, and everyone wants to know what will be the results of this bail application. Will these people get bail? So, for him to not attend, remember, this person is a trained lawyer, and he have a vast of experience in the job that he is doing. And he knows the consequences of failure to not appear. What would be those consequences? But he stood in front of the cross and say, execute me the way you want to execute me. but I will protect my family and I will protect myself. Okay, let's dig deeper now. This man that was found, to be guilty of contempt of court. The story now comes as he was threatened. Exactly what I once cited. He was threatened. His life was in danger. And he was told that if you set your foot to court on that day, which is Monday, the 18th of May, you will be eliminated. So when you hear this, or when the NPA hear this, they are now standing in front and are waving their hand and say, hello, we are here. Hello, we are here. We will indeed, we will protect you. No, they are not protecting that man. They are protecting themselves for failing to do the right thing, which was to investigate the matter themselves, because they are lawyers. They are lawyers with vast of experience. They did not do any investigation. Now they had the guilty part. They jump. They say, hey, we don't know this man. We don't know this man. All we're gonna show you that we're gonna send a letter of suspension to him immediately. Effectively so, we will do so. They did that without any proper investigation. Because now it was the time for them to quickly check the records, to quickly check this man. Hey, Mister, where are you? What's up? What's going on? Are you safe? Are you okay? Is your family right? No, they did not do that. Now what they want to do now, or what they said first, is to reinstate. After learning that, hey, they did some damage here, they say they will reinstate the case of Joe Ferrari Sibagnoni, and he is co-accused. The case of extortion. That amounts to 2.2 million. That's a serious case, guys. That money is very, very big. So, what they are saying now is that they will reinstate the case. After reinstating the case, they also cited that they will hey, tough time. And they say tough time never lasts, but tough people do. So now they say they will fight also the charge that was given to this prosecutor, and that they will make sure that they also fight for this warrant of arrest. They are opposing now. Guys, why is it so important for these people to react the way they reacted? Let alone the magistrate. Because we also don't know what's on her table, what was said to her. We don't know. But what we know is that the magistrate gave an order that the prosecutor should be arrested. The prosecutor is in contempt of court, and he has been found guilty for that. Now, nothing was said as to what could have been the reason for him to not make or set his foot there in court. All he said that he is coming is coming. He did not want to disclose this part of life that was really in danger. But now we need to remember that each and every individual or each and every person out there is there to protect themselves and their loved ones. So what he did is what anyone could have done when he noticed or when he was told that, hey, if you do make or set your foot in court on the 18th of May, we will eliminate you. So a reasonable man, what could a reasonable man could have done in that situation? Don't ask me where was the reasonable man when this incident occurred. But let's face the reality and the facts. The facts are, this man is dealing with a very serious case. As he is dealing with a very serious case, there are so many things, so many implications, so many things that can come out of this, which is very serious. How many people who are taken out, who are eliminated during the course of the case that was going on, during the bail applications that were really taking place. Witnesses. And not far, somewhere, years ago, there was a magistrate that was taken out. We don't know what was the reason for him or her to be taken out. Again, in this year, at the beginning of this year, a lawyer was taken out and the witness. No one is safe, guys. No one is safe. What we are dealing with here is that the safety of the accused is placed on a high regard. You know, you also could see how many officers were in that court carrying high caliber. For whose protection? Is it for the court people or the people who are in attendance of the court, or was it for these muscle men that were in front of them? Joe Ferrari, Sibanyoni, and others who appear in that court, Kwaggafontein Magistrate Court. The security there was tight and very, very heavy. Tell me how many officials or officers who are safeguarding the investigating officer, the prosecutor, and all other role players in that matter, and the witnesses. How many people safeguarding the witness, the person who brought the case, who brought this case to light? How many? Do you think that what that prosecutor said to his employer, that, hey, my life is in danger? How many? Do you think when he said that, was he wrong? Was he supposed to set his foot there and die? And they would then call him as a hero. They will then paint him as this, as that good person. We don't want that. He did not want to be a statistic also. He had to do what his conscience was telling him to do. He did not betray his job, but his job betrayed him. Because his job did not inquire anything from him other than to ask, hey, how far are you or where are you? They did not ask, are you feeling safe to come to work today to do this bail application? They did not inquire that. Even the magistrate was so keen to say so much of things that even on Friday, she quoted Friday, what the prosecutor said or what the prosecutor have done on Friday. Remember, these people are not dealing with one case. That was not a case that he was dealing with. Though, here the trial, which he also needed to consider, because there are also people who want answers and who wants, to be at the place where they will feel that their case was dealt with in a manner that is correct. So when the magistrate decided that on Monday she wants that case to be done, not any other day, that's the case. And of course, she was right, but at the very same time, what safety measure put in place for the prosecutors and for the investigating officers and for the witnesses in that case and all other role players, was their safety considered? Doesn't look so. This is what is so sad about dealing with matters of such a nature. So was it gonna be okay when that prosecutor gets into that court and oppose the bail application successfully so? Or when he gets or when he's being seen there? Remember, these people, they take you even if you are in court premises. They take you out. They don't wait where you are. They take you out right there. How many people, how many witnesses who are killed right in the premises of the court? Do you think these people, they care about these big machineries or heavy caliber that is being carried by the officers there? They don't care. Because they know that the response won't be that quick as long as they eliminated this person. If the response is quick, they eliminate someone and then they get caught. They know that they will survive. They've been doing this for years. So we must always consider people who are doing these jobs, that sometimes their lives are in danger all the way. So let's not just close the eyes and say, hey, we cannot deal with this matter in this way. And let's try to investigate in a manner that is right so that we can be at the space of finding the truth. Because now you are trying to overturn what the magistrate said. Overturning, you are trying to oppose actually the what is this, man? What is this? What are we living? What are we living in? Guys, on a lighter note, thank you very much for being here and thank you for your